Konnichiwa, Minisan.
Hello, and welcome to Famicast 293, your Famicast for the latter part of May 2025. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined, as always, by JC.
I'm super Genki today.
That's right. Also joined by Mr. Cat Drugs.
What's good?
Yeah,
Doing
what's
war
going on,
crimes.
Right. And special friend of the show, you might know him, you probably do. Genki's here too.
Hey guys,
Oh, there.
thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Here we go. We're all here now. If you're watching the video version, you can see us all. Well,
Everyone
yeah,
is
so
here.
this is a pretty packed show today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Just a little bit of a spoiler alert, I suppose, but Genki and Tai both went to EVO Japan, so they're going to be tag teaming that today.
Yeah.
Also in the news, Genki's going to kind of help us out with talking about kind of like some marketing for the Switch 2 in Tokyo. I mean, I think James, I know.
Genki's in the news. What again?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Jesus Christ! What have you been leaking now, Genki?
I know.
Christ.
I mean, it's a big deal.
Oh, man.
Litigation pending.
Unbelievable. This guy, unbelievable.
Nintendo's after me. Nintendo ninjas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have days to live.
Just to catch up with the chat a little bit, Lemonade's hanging out right now. He says, "Hey, I'm playing Xenoblade X Cross, as it's known as here. 2 weeks until Switch 2. That's right, baby." And Genki, yes.
Hey,
There
thanks.
he is.
That's right.
Yeah, man, there's actually a lot of cool stuff to talk about on the show today. So let's just go ahead and get things kicked off with new business. And to kick it off, I'm just going to go ahead and pass things over to Tai and Genki. Tai.
Why? What happened?
Right.
All
have
right.
you recovered from the Ebola?
Yeah, actually, I didn't get sick, but that is a well-known phenomenon of people getting sick at Evo. But
Nice.
it's
But you didn't.
pretty good. I got a robust immune system. I came through okay. I went all 3 days.
Right.
Brilliant.
Genki, are you still feeling, as your namesake is, Genki?
Oh yeah, I'm good. It was a bit tiring because you're like walking around all day, but yeah, I'm good now.
Okay. And I guess just for a refresher or whatever, when exactly was EVO Japan for the fine folks out there at home?
Good question. Is like May 9th through 12th or whatever that Friday through Sunday was. Let's see, 9, 10, 11. Does that sound right?
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
9, 10, 11.
Sure.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. It was during my vacation, so I wasn't really keeping track.
Sure.
Kind of nice to be able to go the full 3 days for once.
Right. So
Yeah, I only went on the Friday and then the last day on Sunday.
okay. I don't know why. I just assumed that you guys went to all of the days because maybe it's just something I just mischecked on social media or something. But
Yeah.
okay.
All right. But tournaments are, I would say, very draining, like physically and emotionally. So it is kind of hard to go the full 3 days. I did sleep in a little bit, a couple days, but I didn't really miss anything.
Sure. Genki, how about you, man?
Oh yeah, it was fun, and I had Tai to show me the ropes because it was my first time ever going to EVO. So
Yeah.
Tai was a good guide. Let me know like what's happening and what kind of things are going on. So he was like showing me around the arcade area and explaining some of the tournaments to me and some of the fighters. I was like, oh, who's that guy? And he's like, oh, this is super famous fighting game player. I was like, oh, okay. Thanks. And just showing me the different games. And then I had it's just a good time looking at all the booths and all the games and just checking out the whole like the vibes of EVO. And yeah, it's quite a chilled show, and it's quite open. I think it like opens at 10, and then it runs all the way until like 8 at night. So it can get quite tiring if you stay there the whole day. But you can go in and out whenever you want. So that's a good thing.
Right.
Yeah. I think the doors actually opened earlier than that. I think the first like tournament matches start at 10 a.m., but I think doors open as early as like 8:30 or something.
TGS is like what? Those are 5, right?
Yeah, 10 to 5 usually. Last year they did one day open till 6, but kind of different.
Yeah.
The year before, but
yeah. And sometimes EVO runs real late.
Yeah, TGS, they can just boot people out because it's like, yep, show floor is done. But like tournaments, you don't know how long that type of stuff's gonna last. You can have like just a set that just goes on forever or something. I mean, do they okay, stupid rookie question, do they do timed matches, or is it usually like not timed for that type of stuff?
Yeah, default timer.
Okay.
Generally, but things can still go to the like maximum amount of rounds with a lot of timeouts, with a lot of delays in between matches. Like it can drag out, and there can always be like some technical problem or something. You never know what's going to happen.
Sure. Genki, you had some photos, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I can throw up those photos for you.
Okay.
I took a bunch of photos of the show.
Photo
time. Show those for you.
Nice. Are these safe for work? Are these
hopefully. Yeah. I did take some pictures of like some cosplayers. There were a lot of cosplayers there, and they were really like impressive cosplayers. So that was cool. But yeah, it took place in Tokyo Big Sight. And Tai, was that the first time it's there, or has it been
I believe so. It's the first time it's been at Tokyo Big Sight.
So it seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year. That's what Tai told me. So this time it's at one of the biggest places you can be in Tokyo Big Sight. It only took up like 2 halls? On the east side.
3?
2 or 3.
Yeah, it took up like half the east side.
East hall. So yeah, this was the front, and then Tai showed me around the arcade area where you could see like the different arcade cabinets they even had set up there.
Nice.
So lots of retro fighting games.
You can find some real cursed stuff and someone down to play.
Yeah. And this was how the usual setups look. Most of the games are running on PS5 because it's like EVO's owned by PlayStation these days. There were some issues. Like I think on the second day, people were saying like the PlayStations were overheating, and,
right?
like going up in smoke, and that was causing issues for the fighters. Like it was like the games were running slow. There was like input lag, and someone told me there was like even like someone's controller, because the control ports got so hot, like their controllers won't work, their fight sticks weren't working.
I've heard a couple of reports of PS5 like just cooking boards in your arcade stick.
How does that happen? I mean, okay, so these things are on like all day, so I get it.
It's super crowded, and there's not much ventilation. Sure. So I can imagine them getting really hot, and there's like hundreds of them all like next to each other. So
good point.
It's me and Tai just chilling, and some of the cosplay stuff is some of the cosplayers there. This is there was a big line to take a picture of this guy, and I was like, Tai, who's this guy?
That's Daigo, the big man.
Wow.
So he's like one of the most famous, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, he got old.
I mean, he has been a top player since the 90s. So,
damn.
I'll do it. Yeah. And if you're listening to the audio version too, I mean, there are pictures here. There's not going to be every single picture that we're talking about here, but if you want to check out some of the pictures, check out the video version, and you can see this.
Some cosplayers here, some funny cosplayers. This guy was funny, and they had a PlayStation history of fighting game controllers. It was a collection of all the different fight sticks from throughout the years.
Nice.
Cool.
And, I have some of those.
So you can look at those, and here was Tai competing,
locked in.
Is that Ranma?
Yeah, on the Ranma. So I was watching Tai. I think the second day was like mostly tournaments, and the third day was like a few more like smaller tournaments. but more spectators, like spectating on the third day.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to watch Ty fight some dudes, some Japanese dudes at Ranma.
I guess just to back up a little bit too. So like, what are the tournaments that you guys had participated in?
Let's see. I played in Fantasy Strike, Soul Calibur 2, and Ranma.
Okay. Genki, did you? I mean, were you just there to kind of just to hang out?
Yeah, I was not ready to fight anyone. I'm more casual player, but
I was trying to talk him into joining Fantasy.
He tried to sign me up to one of the free to play ones, but I was like, I don't have time to fight.
Man, we went back in 2018 when Cyrus was still around and stuff too. So it's 4 of us, but it was just
God rest his soul.
Right. We're just there to kind of just cheer on Ty and stuff too. So yeah. That was good.
We have a good video of that actually.
Oh yeah.
Like Ty's road to the championship. With interviews between each round and everything. It's pretty cool. So how did you do this time, Ty?
Like so. Like like Ranma, I pretty much lost the same guy. Like that guy, right? That guy there in the photo, he's the TO.
Wow.
I mean, like I didn't go to an Audi.
Okay.
It's like in all my tournaments, I just kind of finished like in the middle.
Okay. Soul Calibur and
yeah,
the other one was the same too.
Well, yeah, it's like you win 2, you lose 2. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun watching Ty play these Japanese guys. So yeah, that was cool. The show. Yeah, I think that's all the pictures I have at the moment.
That's a good photo.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, but yeah, and then after that, you could watch like the more grand spectacle, like the last 8 like bigger tournaments for Street Fighter and Tekken on the stage. So that was on the last day. It's like mainly spectator day where they have like announcements and the big finals. Yeah, so that was also cool. And we had some nice seats and sitting with Ty, and he was explaining me like who the strong guys were. And I think there's a Korean guy that won the Tekken tournament, right, Ty?
Yeah, I think Nee won. I don't remember, but yeah, I think it was Nee.
Yeah. And he's like
I'm not sure
40 years old or something. So like he's like quite an old player, but he still won. So that's impressive.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, it was Nee.
Old.
I mean, old for fighting game players.
Okay, I think he's like a spry, I don't know what, 35.
I'm almost hitting 40 as well. So
okay, good.
Yeah,
it's just Genki doesn't look it like we do.
The grays is starting to show through.
Yeah. And then the Street Fighter tournament was really fun, and the place got really packed for the Street Fighter tournament, and those matches were exciting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a great time to be a spectator.
Were there any EVO moments, Ty? Anything like that?
Wild. Probably the big play that everybody that I think jumped out as everybody is wake up air throw from Mena, who would go on to win the tournament. But it was kind of a complicated situation where he did like a really like hard read, and it was like the only thing that would have won him the round, and it was crazy to watch.
Okay, cool. So translation: a guy threw a guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like in real life, and then they did it in the game.
Right.
And then he played the game.
Yeah. So Genki's showing
maybe I'll drop by the Discord and post the breakdown. Pretty good.
Yeah. Well, Genki's showing some more of the cosplayers and stuff like that too. I mean, if you're into fighting games and stuff like that, I think Genki, when you tweeted a lot of these out, I was reading that and I'm like, okay, I heard that name. I might have seen this person somewhere before. So like one of those for me. And here's a good group shot of some
that's great
and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they even had like a cosplay competition as well.
Cool.
So someone won that one. I forgot who it was, but
they were fighting each other.
Yeah, we had a real tournament.
Yes. Again, if you're listening to the audio version, I'll probably have some kind of. Okay, never mind. It depends on how you download it. Whatever. But yeah. Anyways,
check out Genki's Blue Sky. It's right there.
Or just check out the video version of the show around right now, where we have chapters. So,
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
What was there any other like huge announcements or anything like that you guys were pretty excited about?
News and announcements. What's going
on? Let's see. There weren't like huge announcements. There were some character announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Who they show? They showed Fukamram and Tekken and what's her face in Guilty Gear, new character. Street Fighter skins in Overwatch for some reason.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Time has been very conflicted about that.
Yeah. They were showing the anime trailers for Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games.
Okay.
And they had an amusing little booth for that with a giant oversized arcade stick you could touch, or maybe you weren't supposed to touch. I don't know.
Okay.
I got some pictures of me messing with it. Maybe I'll pass those along.
Okay. Gene say too in the chat. He said I posted the breakdown of Evo and stuff like that on the Discord, and I just saw that he had posted something on the Discord. So depending on when you're listening to this, just check out the Fami chat Discord, open it all to the public. If you're not on that, if you go to famicast.com and then about or contact or something, you can find it there. It's on the website. Just check it out if you want to join
the Discord.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. It's not like super crazy where your message is going to get lost. We're not that popular, but I think it's comfortable enough where you can kind of keep up and have a good
meet
time.
Hot singles in your area.
Definitely. Well, I mean, I don't know where you live. Maybe you are in my area, so we'll see how it goes. Cool. All right. Well, nice. Again,
I drank a lot of Red Bulls so I could enter the raffle, and they gave me a Daigo sticker.
Cool. I'll switch over to Tyler.
Yeah.
Go there.
Yeah, Daigo hologram sticker.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's even got stickers of. Yeah, he's like a big celebrity.
Big deal. Yeah.
And
Genki was nice enough to give me a sticker for Plasma Sword.
Yes, they had the Capcom Fighting Collection too. You could play it before it released. I mean, it came out last week or
right.
a week ago.
Like a couple days ago, I think.
Yeah,
sure. I've been watching videos of people getting Wazzlered, so to speak.
We'll put subtitles for Ty later. We don't know what you just said.
Right.
Justin Wong is grinding online and just trolling people.
Okay.
Just ending their careers, and it's intensely funny.
He's the Evo moment guy, right?
Yeah. And he has a lot of Evo wins as well.
Good luck to him.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's all we got for that, that's fine. We can keep moving on because I know James has something else to talk about. That.
Oh yeah, we better keep moving. We got so much stuff today.
Yeah, there actually is. It's a pretty dense show, and I'll go ahead and pass things over to JC.
Oh, okay. You don't have anything, Danny?
Yeah. I basically just for myself for just 2 seconds. I've just been continuing to play Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I figured I don't want to talk about it like 3 or 4 episodes in a row. So I just finished up a review that's going to be going live on Friday. I know #old literally came out 2 months ago, but we don't get.
Came out 10 years ago, mate.
Oh, that too.
Doubly old.
Yeah, so there it is, doubly old there. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pass things over to JC.
10.5 years later, got the review done. So yeah, this is kind of crazy, but Danny and Ty were in the big site. When did you say it was the 12th, 10 or 9 till 12?
Yes.
Is that what you guys said? Yeah.
So 9, 10, 11, 12?
Maybe.
Yeah,
some of those days.
11.
Yeah. So a week later, I was there, but for a different thing.
Oh,
neat.
So did you guys know that F-Zero is real? Literally, F-Zero is real, and nobody knows about it, and nobody knows it's going on. It's insane, and it happened around Big Sight.
That's crazy.
Literally 1 week after you were there.
Just last Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? So,
Yes,
and
I
I
do,
was there. I watched fucking real life F-Zero, and it was
Nice.
fucking amazing. So we're talking like cars speeding around Big Side at like, 300 kilometers an hour, whatever the fuck that is in miles an hour, 250 miles an hour.
7,000.
And there are boost pads on this, like going the road that goes past Big Side. There are boost pads that the cars drive over to gain energy and lets them go faster. It sounds like I had a fever dream, but
You did.
honestly, this is all true. This is all true. The Japan team won, and they were really good. And it's very narrow roads that if you hit the sides, you lose energy, you crash, you can get out very quickly because really, really, really hard. And there were like 30 cars all jostling through these like tiny little roads and going over the energy strip to regain their energy and go faster and stuff like that. And yeah, it's totally amazing. But they don't call it F-Zero, they call it FE.
Okay.
So for whatever reason, I don't know why they rebranded it. I think F-Zero is a great name, but for whatever reason they call it FE. Some people even call it Formula E. Don't know what that is, but I prefer to call it F-Zero.
Right.
And it was totally amazing. So yeah,
Same.
I was there. I was in the stadium right next to the track. I was like right near the kind of the starting grid.
So just a second, just for people that don't know what the hell James is talking about. No, like literally, it's kind of like the electronic version of
it's Formula One, except because it's like electric cars. Like they've slightly gamified it, which I think is really cool, and it's perfect for video game fans and F-Zero fans. So in Formula One, like, you run out of fuel or your tires get busted, you go into the pit lane and you change your tires, whatever. Even people who've just played video games, know the basic, the basics of Formula One, right?
Right.
So Formula E has a pit lane as well, but they don't refuel and they don't usually change the tires because the races are a little bit shorter, so they don't really need to recharge. But they have this extra strip added to the track, which is called like the attack mode. Honestly, I'm not making it up. It sounds like a video game. It's literally called the attack mode lane. So the cars run at 300 kilowatts. They're kind of limited to 300 kilowatts. That's like the rule. They have to stick to that power level when they're racing. But if they go over the boost strip, the attack zone strip, it activates a 350 kilowatt mode in the car, so they can go faster for 6 minutes, which is, it's like literally, in F-Zero, you do a lap and it's like, you got boost power. It's quite literally that. And then you have boost mode for 6 minutes. And then after 6 minutes, it goes back down to 300 kilowatts again. So you can only do this twice per race.
Okay.
So, like within the hour and a half that the race happens, you can only do it twice. So it's all like, tactical. Like, when do you activate it? Like, have your rivals activated it? Like, are they going to do it soon? Like, it's all like, planning it with the team, who are, kind of giving you, tips in the radio and stuff like that.
Nice.
So the boost lane is, just like F-Zero, you have to go slightly out of the way to get to it. So if you go to the boost lane, somebody will probably overtake you. So it's kind of like you've got to kind of quickly go to the boost lane and then activate your, attack mode, and then you faster, right? And then you have to catch up quickly to try and get back the positions that you lost.
Sure.
It's like It's super exciting, and they've got like this because I was in the grandstand, I was in the kind of the viewing area. They had this kind of techno music. It's like, so it really did feel like I was watching like a real life fucking F-Zero race. It was like totally fucking amazing. And it won't be another year till it comes back to Tokyo, but like, I was really glad I got to it. And
did Nintendo send the cease and desist yet?
The race got ended halfway through. Miyamoto came on just like, cut it. cut the power. You're done.
Break their legs. Kill that guy.
Break the legs.
Yeah, JC, like a guy I know, like I do like a lesson for older folks like once a month, and one guy's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be out of town." He was like the MC or something, and whatever. Anyways, he told me about what he was doing and where he was going. It was this event.
Oh, he was
okay.
okay.
Because I didn't even know it existed. Because I'm doing like
Yeah.
going to FE or whatever. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And I looked it up and I was like, that's cool.
This is like totally new thing for me. Like I only found. Well, I didn't know it of its existence, but like I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know who the racers were. I didn't know who the manufacturers were. I don't know when it was happening. It was just like I was just in Tokyo one day and there was a fucking. Well, I thought it was an F1 car, like right in the middle of Shibuya. I was like, why have they parked an F1 car right in front of it?
Going out for a drive, man.
There are all these like security around it. I was like, okay, this is a real F1 car. This is not like an art piece.
Yeah.
And you couldn't touch it or anything like that. I was like, okay, and the guy said, no, this is not F1 car. This is a FE car. This is an electric car, and it's going to be racing in a couple of weeks. I was like, oh shit. And then I did some research, and I was like, oh shit, it's at the big site. Like, fuck, like I got to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's
really
cool that they
did it. Yeah,
it's cool that they did that. Like it's in town, basically, right? They're driving around. So
like Tai and Genki. Did you see them? Like, I can't imagine it must have taken fucking ages to set up this track. Like, did you see any kind of construction going on around Big Site when you were there? Like, with the roads like blocked up?
But I am somewhat familiar with like the roads around it, and it would make a pretty nice race course.
Yeah, yeah, and so I guess they just built it like in a week, which is like they got all these barriers and stuff that they have to put up, and everything like that. So yeah. Fucking hell, they moved fucking quickly because they have to build the pit lane, the garages where the teams are, the whole track. They have to block off the whole area, which is like, as you know, it's very busy around there. Like, it's not a simple thing to do.
Sure.
So yeah, and I could walk on the track after the race, which was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that was walk around the track. Yeah. So yeah, the Japanese crowd went absolutely wild because Nissan, one of the manufacturers, was the winner. They won like first and third, so they went like fucking crazy. It was like Japan is the winner. The driver was a British guy, but it's like, it's like whatever. Nissan is the winner. It's like
sure.
Is there a Japanese guy driving? Not important.
It doesn't matter. Not for this company.
Unfortunately, there aren't any Japanese drivers at the moment. There's a Japanese F1 driver, Yuki Tsunoda. He's really good. Unfortunately, no FE drivers yet.
Okay,
but yeah. Maybe one day.
Is it just maybe we shouldn't talk about this for too long, but just out of curiosity, do you know? So I mean, FE, does they go all over the world too, just like F1?
Yeah. They go to China next week.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's Shanghai next week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and they do 2 days in each country. So that when I went, that was the second day of the weekend. They do it Saturday and Sunday. I went on the Sunday.
Like the time trials, and then like the race.
No, they're actually 2 races. They
really?
They do qualifications, race, and then the next day they do qualifications, race. So it's like 2 races.
Wow.
And I'm glad I chose Sunday because Saturday was fucking pissing it down. And all I watched the Saturday race and everyone was in like fucking ponchos and umbrellas, and that would have been fucking miserable.
Well, that's the kind you want to watch on TV. It's for the rain, and this could be a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, if you just search like Formula E Tokyo 2025, you'll see pretty cool. You might spot me in the crowd.
Yeah, maybe.
Going like Falcon Punch.
You dress up just like Calvin Falcon too.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Easy to spot. Yeah.
Show me your moves.
You got there before me.
Yeah.
So as for games I've been playing, I believe Mr. Shugat has also been playing. So there's some recent addition to the NSO N64. Which is Killer Instinct Gold. All about the gold. Yes, which is one of the few fighting games I had on 64. I think it was Smash and this. I think that was it. I mean, I played a lot more. I played like fucking Mace and all that shit.
But
like they were just rentals. This was the only one I actually owned other than Smash, I think.
Biofreaks. Dark Rift. Mortal Kombat trilogy.
No.
I borrowed Mortal Kombat 4 from a friend back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Danny. Yeah, I had Mortal Kombat 4. Yeah.
Oh, you had that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so one of 3 fighting games I had. So Ty, you were obviously playing this 24/7 for like whatever 5 years straight. I'm assuming.
More than that, but yeah. Yes, I played this game a lot. I played this so much. This might be my literally most played fighting game. Might surprise some folks, or it might not.
There are no fight sticks or adapters for fight sticks on 64?
No, there were a couple of fight sticks. In fact, I had one. It's called the Arcade Shark by Interact. It is it is a fascinating device if you look at it.
Wow.
Because it has like a screw-in ball top that you can change from like the analog to the digital pad input.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, and it had like the standard port for a memory card, and it had all the buttons. A pretty awesome layout.
And the C buttons were obviously way bigger than they are on the fucking N64 controller.
Yeah. And the weirdest shaped start button you've ever seen in your life.
Okay.
The shoulder buttons don't do anything in Killer Instinct, do they?
Good question. I think you can configure them. If you want to use that. I
was just wondering how they would work on that fight stick. Were they just like regular circular buttons on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I have a lot of fun memories of this game too. Like my friend playing this game. My favorite characters: Saberwolf, GLaDOS, and GLaDOS, and who else? I played a little bit of Jago, but yeah.
You don't like Orchid?
Orchid, yeah.
Orchid was my girl in the SNES one.
Oh, okay.
All right, screw up some more names, please. I love
Saberwolf.
Yeah. Wolfman, Fulgrex. Yeah, they're all there.
I like the boss character, Lord Garbos.
Vinyl Tap.
Yeah, I do remember this game being really like hard though. Like the single player, like the CPU is really like, I think, pretty challenging compared to like a Street Fighter or something. I don't know. Ty's like whatever one fingering completing it on very hard, but like
what a stupid baby.
But for me, like I was playing this on normal just now on the NSO. I was like, fucking hell. I couldn't get past fucking like Saberwolf. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is like way harder than I remember. Yeah. So,
how does it feel like not using N64 pad on this JC? Like just using the regular controls?
I'm using my N64.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I would never use the Pro controller, I don't think.
Okay, because I wasn't. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because the Pro controller then puts the C buttons in weird. It puts it on the stick or something, doesn't it? And I know you can configure it, but I can't be asked with that.
Yeah,
I'd rather just like plug in my fucking N64 controller and play legit.
Right.
Quote unquote legit. So yeah, I mean, the 3D-ness to it is I mean, compared to the arcade, I mean, I actually played the arcade of Killer Instinct 2, which is what this is based on. Like
oh yes. Would you like to hear me go over the millions of little differences?
Yeah. Well, I think the 3D backgrounds are probably the biggest one.
That
like for 64,
true,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Like in Killer Instinct 2 in the arcade, only like I don't know, like 2 or 3 of the backgrounds are like 3D zoom out, and the rest are like they're strictly 2D. They're almost like a full motion video that plays back and forth, like a lot of the ones in the first game.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have like characters that kind of specialize in long range bullshit like Fulgore, you might be at a little bit of a disadvantage in the arcade compared to playing on 64.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
cool. So
cool. But you do get the unfortunately you do get the perspective warp on the 64, where like I think it's especially true on combo stage, like with the train track, the train crossing. Like when you get near the train crossing, it's like the fence is kind of like warped at like a 45-degree angle as the camera's going over it. But So it looks like the people are actually lying on the floor almost.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's really
Especially
weird.
like when you launch someone super high, it's still a 2D
Yeah.
sprite, and
Hmm.
Yeah,
you get kind of a weird perspective.
Yeah, you kind of like, you're leaning back from the TV, like, wait, this is weird. Okay. It's like a VR helmet that's not configured properly.
Genki, did you try this one out back in the day? Do you have any memories of this one? Killer Instinct Gold?
I think I played a little bit, but yeah, I don't really remember it that much.
Okay.
I think I rented it or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, on the N64, like Killer Instinct. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the only time I played the series.
Oh,
but yeah, I don't remember it.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I like Killer Instinct, but because we have Ty on this show, like, I can't really
Who's
say that.
literally wearing.
Yeah, it's like, I want to say, like, I'm a huge fan of Killer Instinct, but I just feel embarrassed to say that when Ty's on the show.
Right.
It's like, I know nothing about Killer Instinct.
Let me tell you about my Killer Instinct leather jacket.
Yes.
Multi-$100 official merchandise.
Yeah.
So Ty, can you give me a little background, like the training mode on this? Is it called Is it called focus training? I forget.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
it's
like-
it's kind of a tutorial kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's like legit amazing. Like it teaches you, special moves obviously, but like
Yeah.
then it's like the what do you call it? Those like mini combos, like quick punch to medium punch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not what do they call those?
Manuals?
Linkers, right? Linkers. Is that what?
Linkers are like the special moves you use to extend the combos.
Okay. And then you got the combos, which are kind of like you
Yeah.
know, linker move kind of thing, where you can
Yeah.
like link several moves together and make like a much longer combo.
Yes,
Like it teaches
Killer
you
Instinct
everything.
Combos are famously described as sandwiches. Right.
Right. Yeah.
You need your opener and your ender. That's the bread.
Yeah.
And then you need to put some stuff in the middle there.
Yeah.
You put in your auto double, your linker, another auto double, and then you got yourself a good combo sandwich.
But that's good for someone like me who doesn't really understand, combos and stuff. It's like, okay, I can get that. Like little move, big move, little move, big move, and you make a nice combo.
Yeah.
But like for me, I was really surprised that like knowing what I've learned from Ty on being on the show with him, like about how to do tutorials, how to do like set up your buttons quickly, all of the things that fighting game players like. I'm kind of surprised that this is in like a British game from the 90s. Like, how did they know to do this? Like, it feels really like ahead of its time. You know what I mean? It's like,
I could probably tell you it's probably because of Ken Locke. He was already a fighting game brain at the time.
Okay. I see. It's like I was looking at the credits. Like, are there any Japanese people in these credits? And there are, but like I think they're mostly voice credits.
Right.
And I was like, okay, they're obviously not programming this game. So like how do they know these kind of like Japanese fighting game things in this British game? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's Ken Locke.
It's Ken Locke. Okay. There you go. There it is.
There you go.
So yeah, it's just like it just has so much more stuff than you would expect, It's like it's a
thing
really good package.
I had forgotten about, but what was definitely a popular thing in fighting games in the 90s, the team battle mode.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that's a cool thing. I like to play this with my little brother all the time, where like you could just like pick like a whole bunch of characters and kind of fight your partner's team in like a sequence.
Yeah. There's one called team elimination or something.
And that one, it's the same rules, except you have to do like an ultra or an ultimate to finish off your opponent, or they come back.
Wild.
So that's fun too. And yeah, I kind of miss having those modes in fighting games. I don't think a lot of them have them these days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. And I remember playing like in the arcade, and then like years before it came to the N64, and like I could notice it was a huge downgrade. the graphics, like it did feel really different, like the animations of like on the character select screen.
Right, they cut so much animation and resolution to get those guys on the cartridge.
It just looks so basic. But they tried their best. It's the same for the N64 one, right? Sorry, the Super Nintendo one. Like, they
Right.
obviously had to cut the shit out of that to get it on
Yep.
the SNES. So yeah,
Yeah.
same
For a
thing.
good
with this.
time, play the Game Boy version.
Oh god, yeah, I had that as well, by the way.
It was
Game Boy
cute.
Kid coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Huh.
So earlier I was doing a little comparison with the Xbox version. So Killer Instinct Gold has already been on Xbox Rare Replay for a long.
But that isn't that.
10
Don't
years.
they have the Killer Instinct 2 arcade, like straight
They
up?
have both, yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I would play that. I would play that if I could. Not the But I guess it's got fewer modes though, right? It's just the arcade, right?
Yeah. The arcade one does have online play though.
Oh wow.
Which is kind of nice. Shout outs to Code Mystics, I believe they ported it.
But it's just like arcade mode or versus, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's an arcade cabinet. No funny stuff to play around with that. The Rare Replay doesn't have online play at all, I think.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Might have some leaderboards and challenges, maybe.
Okay.
So how do you get the arcade? Is that if you buy the new Killer Instinct? Do you get that?
Yeah, I don't think you can buy it anymore. It was if you bought like the full version or the whatever edition of Killer Instinct 2016, 2013, 2014, whatever year it came out.
13.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you bought Killer Instinct 2013, you would get it. It's
crazy to me just to even think that Killer Instinct, Xbox One Killer Instinct, is already freaking 12 years old. Like, that's insane. Didn't seem like it was that long ago.
Around about the time Ty joined the Famicast, I think.
Yeah, that was like right after I moved to Japan.
Yeah. Actually, something I had picked up a couple of years ago was actually a copy of this game.
Nice.
Just on a reseller here.
Nice.
I have it in a nice case and stuff like that. Now found a nice boxed copy.
Oh, it's American one.
Yeah, because I don't think that this came out in Japan, unless I don't think it did.
I don't think it did either. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but no, it's a pretty decent shape and stuff like that. I would open it up out of this plastic case outside. It's like the regular box inside of a plastic slipcase. I'm not going to open it. But
yeah, in my experience, Japanese people do not know about Killer Instinct, with the exception of one guy who Ty knows who I'm talking about.
Ty knows all three of them.
Oh yeah, I saw him at EVO.
Right, yeah, he probably did.
We had matching Killer Instinct hoodies.
Nice. Yeah. Apart from that guy, no one else knows about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also don't know about Ridge Racer on 64 until now.
Ridge Racer.
Yeah.
So, Ty, I wanted to ask you. You said the glitches still work?
Yeah.
Like the tusk into an infinity, all that kind of crazy
stuff. No, that was a special one. That's only on the Xbox.
Okay.
ROM for some reason. I don't know what causes it. I don't know why they never patched it. But if you do a certain special move that Tusk has, he just flies into space.
I love it. So what does the this N64 one have?
Let's see. Just there's so many bugs that I just take in stride because they've been in there the whole time.
Yeah.
One of my favorites that doesn't really make any sense is like with TJ combo. If you do, he has a move where he runs past the opponent to switch to the other side real quick. And if you buffer his super ground pound out of it, he just keeps his momentum for no reason at all and flies across the screen. That's a fun one. I hope to one day get practical value out of it, but I don't think I will.
It doesn't break the game or anything. It's just
no. It's just a funny, stupid thing. What else? You can do these weird juggly ultras if you buffer in enough bullshit to where the combo hits the limit and they knock down, and you've already buffered your ultra, and you'll be punching the hell out of them when they're up in the sky across the stage. That's a fun one. You'll see that in some combo videos. What else? I'm sure
I forget. Is Gargos playable in this one?
Yeah, you have to put in the code.
Oh, okay. You can't unlock him.
Yeah, there's no regular unlock. You can unlock some extra colors and stuff, but I remember all the codes. You wait for the automatic demo mode to start, and you hit ZARZAB, and then ZLAZAR, and
then
then
he pops up on the...
ZBAZAL. And those that'll unlock all the shit in the game between those three codes.
And he pops up on the character select screen, just regular.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool. I did not know that back in the day. So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah. Sometimes Nintendo like publish these codes, don't they? Like unlock everything codes. They sometimes just say it.
Yeah.
And say, unlock everything by doing this.
Yeah. That was a big draw to subscribe to Nintendo Power back then.
Yep.
You get the codes.
Yep. That's for sure.
And it's also great because every time, you come across a copy, you don't have to unlock all the shit yourself. You can just slam in the codes.
Yeah.
Ready for EVO.
Yep.
There it is.
I hate unlocking shit more than anything. You guys,
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. So should we move on, Danny, to something else?
Yes. All right.
What's been going on the website? That's what I want to know.
That's what we're going to do right now. Let's go ahead and move on to a little bit of now playing at Famicast.com. There it is. Now playing at Famicast.com. Lots of stuff going up on the website, Patreon, YouTube soon. And just going to drop some info for you guys all about that. For our patrons, our Famicast Game Night 24 is going to be coming up on Saturday, May 31st. If you guys want to join us, maybe play some Killer Instinct Gold and a few other things, please feel free to join in.
You guys want to get put in a blender?
Well, I mean, we'll figure out how to...
We'll blind tie and handcuff him to a desk or something like that to even it out, something like that.
I'll play with a DDR pad.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So anyways, that's coming up. Just if you're a $3 and up patron, you can join us. That would be a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun. After on top of that, just last week we had our E3 Historia 2001 Part 1 was just released for the patrons. So again, if you're a $3 and up patron, you have access to that. We recorded Part 2 last week. I'm working on that. It's going to be coming out probably after the Switch 2 comes out. I'm trying to get a bunch of other stuff ready for that and other stuff too. Speaking of #old, not really. So I have a review coming up for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on the Switch. I just finished up like the base part of the game over the weekend. I'd been working on a review for about 2 months. So that is complete. That's fine. I took my probably literally 5 hours of gameplay footage, put it into a 15-minute video. There you go. So it was fun. Still a fun game. But anyways, check out the review if you're interested in that. All this and more. Famicast.
.ru.
There it is.
Nice.
All right. And gosh, Genki, do you know what time it is next, man?
That's cool.
Time? What time is it?
Well, maybe Ty or JC can help out. JC?
I don't know what time it is.
Okay.
Ty, what time is
it's
it?
time.
Thanks, guys.
It's the winter of our discontent.
There's that.
And
JAPANews.
That's right. Thanks. There we go. That's right, folks. Sorry, Genki. I just wanted to...
Genki looks traumatized.
Yeah, I wanted to see if you
Just
remembered
go with the
that
flow,
bit, man. I'm sorry to kind of put you on the spot there for a sec, dude. But
It's all right. He's never been on the show before. He doesn't really know.
our deranged ceremony.
No. Anyways, this is the time of the show where we talk about the latest and greatest comings and goings of Japan, news, Nintendo, sometimes none of that, sometimes all of that. But that's exactly what we're going to be doing here today. And this first bit, it's one of the other reasons I wanted to have Genki on the show, because obviously, Switch 2 is coming out very soon. So the marketing blitz has started. And I know, actually for maybe Ty and James too, you guys on Genki, I know you do, but for James and Ty, do you guys go into Tokyo often for work or near Tokyo at least?
Yeah. I've seen ads on the train.
Yeah. It's, to answer your question, I go to Tokyo every single fucking day, mate.
Right.
The adverts are on every day. Mario Kart World trailers and that whatever that fucking boy band is called.
Yeah,
Danny
Snowman.
probably knows. Snowman, fuck me.
They're one of the most popular boy bands in Japan right now, so good choice
and it
for
annoys
them
me
to do that. Yeah.
There's fucking 5 of them, and it's called Snowman. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I thought there were only 4 of them.
Whatever. So yeah, it's weird because they don't really show any like footage. It's like they come up to the Switch and they go.
Yeah. Well,
and
in that video,
it.
they do say it was like recorded at the end of March, so it was before anybody knew about anything about the games like in detail. So there's that. Think about that. Like
probably watching a trailer.
They literally could come up to the system and they got to kind of mess around with it. And like that commercial's been on TV here. I don't have it playing right now in the video version or anything like that, just in case you're wondering if you're listening. But like I think it's worth checking out. I mean, Nintendo's
they basically say in Japanese, "Wow, this is the new version of Mario Kart."
Yeah,
it's like, oh, brilliant! Thanks for the info there, mate.
Right. Well, I mean, if you think about people that aren't us, obviously, that are watching this, maybe they don't even know or something like that. Like, hey, I like this band and I like games. Nintendo's had a history of kind of teaming up with famous Japanese boy bands doing this type of stuff back to the early 2000s with SMAP, Arashi. James is all the favorites, just listed them out here.
They all got banned or cancelled, maybe.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Or they broke up. Yeah, freaking a couple years ago with Miitopia, there was King and Prince. They're split up. Anyways, if you're into Japanese boy bands, talk to me. No, man.
Oh god, King and Prince, and it's like 2 girls and a guy, something like that. That's everything about them.
That's a weird name. Okay.
To answer your question, yes, commercials are ahead. Right. I mean, I don't watch Japanese TV, and I'm surrounded by them. I think YouTube. I'm not really getting YouTube adverts about Switch 2 yet.
Okay.
Because I would get those, right?
Sure.
But yeah, haven't been seeing those. They'll probably save those for like after it's come out.
Right.
To be honest, because YouTube commercials not really kind of like for a build-up thing. It's like available now kind of thing, aren't they?
Right.
That's stuff for the train, stuff for TV. Yeah, it's different.
So I didn't invite Genki to come on and talk about Japanese boy bands, just to be clear. But I mean, Genki does hit up a lot of game shops in Tokyo and other, kind of popular areas and stuff like that. So, and I have several photos and stuff like that he had shot, and he shared a lot of these on social media already. But if you don't know about him, I'm going to go ahead and bring some of these up, and maybe Genki can kind of talk about what he's been doing, like in Tokyo, what that type of stuff. And let's kind of just bring these up right here, man, and just take it away, I suppose.
Oh yeah,
it's a display.
So I saw like James said, I see the Mario Kart ads on the trains all the time, and I popped into the shop in Shibuya. This was at Labi in Shibuya, so it's like a big electronics store in the middle of like Shibuya. And I noticed they had displays going up. So I work quite close to Shibuya, so like after work I can just pop by and see what's happening. And when I got there, they had this really cool Switch 2 display. So I was like, oh damn. And this is actually the first time I saw. It's just a dummy model, but they have it like in this case, like a glass kind of case. They have the Switch 2 model and like the dock and the controllers there, or the Joy-Cons, and also they have a lot of like display boxes as well set up there, and like other Switch 2 posters and stuff.
There we go.
So,
Danny's trying to give us epilepsy.
I was trying to find the right picture. I'm sorry.
So I got a close look at the Switch 2. Like it's not on, like the screen's not on, but you can kind of see the size, and it does look quite sleek, and it looks quite thin as well. Like you could look from the side of the glass case, and the Switch model looks quite nice as well. And the other cool thing you could look at was all the different game cases.
Yes.
So that was cool. So you can see all the different Switch 2 game cases, and when I first touched them, I thought they were like a bit different because they're totally red. They do seem a bit different, and they seem like very rectangular as well.
So Genki, they were like this in the store. You didn't do this.
Oh no, I did this. I mean, there was a bunch of Mario Kart
That's
stuff,
a good idea. Yeah.
and like they kind of separate. Like it's like the Switch 2 is taking over basically.
Yeah.
So they kind of separated where the Switch was before. They moved that whole section to the end of the aisle, and then replaced this section, the front section, with Switch 2 stuff. So they still have Switch 1 stuff, but it was like at the end. So you could just go to that side of the aisle and get like the Switch game, and go to this side and get the Switch 2 display box. So yeah, that was cool. And they have them on display because you can actually pre-order them now already. And they don't have the console, of course, because like that one is like a mad lottery to try and get a Switch 2 console.
Everywhere,
yeah, everywhere. But you can pre-order the accessories and the games. So I did pre-order a Pro controller just in case. So
sure.
Okay. So you can do that. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't got a Switch. I haven't won any lotteries yet, but hopefully.
Yeah.
Another painful update, JC. How'd it go?
So yeah, me and Matt Walker, friend of the show, also failed the second lottery, but we have also been automatically entered for the third lottery. I have a feeling it'll be like, fast forward 3 months. You've been entered for the 15th lottery. Good luck.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm in the same boat as well.
At least it's doing the automatic stuff where it's adding that in just to save you any tedium or anything like that. So that's kind of nice.
We're going to kick you in the bollocks, but we're going to enter you for the next one, so it's fine.
We're going to at least ask if you're okay before you kick you again.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, would you like some more, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, please. I would. So yeah, good luck to us all. Good luck to Genki. Good luck to me, Matt Walker.
Yeah, good luck to everyone. Hopefully,
Sakurai's already got one.
Gosh, actually, Genki, you know this guy, Tokita, the guy, Live Alive guy. Like, I don't think he's won any unit yet himself. So like, it's crazy because you will see this like really famous kind of game creators and stuff like that over on Twitter and whatever. They're just like, man, I lost this again. So it's like, this isn't just a problem with just normal people, even people that have connections.
What do you mean normal people? What are you trying to say, Danny?
Yes.
I heard the guy who does the Switch Directs, the Nintendo Directs, the voiceover guy, even he couldn't get one. And I think he was the one like doing the voiceover for like the Switch 2 announcement.
Oh my God. Okay.
Direct,
you can hear the quiver in his voice.
That's horrible.
So
if that was me, I would drop some subliminal hints into the voiceover. Available now for some people. It's funny, isn't it? Because you hear about people in the West, people that work for big game companies, and they get games. Not only do they get games for free, they get games ahead of time. Like if you work for a certain company, doesn't happen in Japan.
Yeah,
doesn't happen.
Not always. I mean, it can happen, and it does. But this is a new console too, so I think it's a little bit of a different story.
Right.
But Lemonade,
if Kamiya is like entering the lottery, come on, there's something wrong there.
Right. Lemonade says hey, come and buy an Australian Switch 2. Pre-orders are still available. There it is. Well, if you have
does it work out? Does it work out the same price? But then there's the delivery from Australia.
The delivery costs, but I would imagine it probably would. So if you guys, if push comes to shove, there always are some options. If some people in other countries, I know you two particularly do, and Thai too. If you wanted one, it's possible to do it, because the way to get that region, the multi-language system here in Japan is definitely not ideal.
True.
If you want a multi-region one, get them in any country other than Japan.
Pretty much, right? Yeah, and so I've seen some really kind of ignorant comments from people on YouTube videos that I've done and stuff like that. And it's like, man, this system's only $324, and it's like, hello, did you know that people don't get paid in US dollars? And I don't know, people. It's just kind of annoying to me seeing.
Would be
people,
nice.
Right. Right now, but it just annoys me how some people just aren't aware of, hey man, there are other currencies in the world, and these things fluctuate in value on a second by second basis, but some people just can't grasp this.
This whole Reddit thread's dedicated to shit Americans say about online.
I mean,
It's full
sadly,
of that.
sadly but true. Usually it is Americans. I feel bad for my people. So Genki, like again, just back to the cases and stuff like that. So I mean, do they feel different? Like, I mean, this is kind of a weird thing, I guess, but
Are they more sensual?
Because they do, like, at first glance they feel really different because they're like so red. You know, it's like it's not usual. You don't usually see like these like kind of clear plastic red cases. So that's what that kind of throws you off. But so I went back another day just to compare with the Switch 1 cases to see, you know, are they actually different or not? And through my comparisons, I found out like they're exactly the same. Like exactly
the plastic is red though, right?
The plastic is red, but it is like a clear red, but it's just slightly clear.
So like an HD DVD case.
Yeah.
What? Like an Xbox game.
Yeah, maybe like an Xbox. Yeah, like an Xbox game.
They're transparent green, aren't they?
I think translucent is the word you're looking for.
That's the one.
Okay, translucent. Yeah,
Or
so they are slightly
skeleton.
translucent.
Skeleton.
So like, if you have a reversible cover, you can see it, but like, not so clearly. It's like really tinted red. You know, super red tinted. So it is transparent, or translucent, but just slightly. But they do look cool, and inside is exactly the same, like the same size Switch, like card size, and the little pins for the paper or booklet or whatever they put inside. And I tried to put them next to each other to measure up the sizes, and they're exactly the same size. So I think you could just like take out the sleeves from a Switch game and put it in the Switch 2 case, and it's the dimensions seemed exactly the same, just judging by my eyes. That's a cool fact that people were wondering about that, and like for the displays and for their shelves, and it's exactly the same dimensions, like everything. It's just like the plastic is like a bright translucent red. So that's good to know. And then otherwise, I was just impressed with the displays and like how many games they have on offer. Sadly, like a lot of game key cards, which is
right.
I'm not a fan of those. But in terms of the Switch displays, they were really impressive. And
do they have Street Fighter there? Can't really see it.
No, I didn't see Street Fighter. Sega was really big there. Like Sega's going all out, like really displaying their games there. They even had like these Sonic like display boxes and posters. So I think Sega's really pushing hard.
Got it.
Now they have the Sonic Shadow Generations and the new Yakuza 0 game. Sega are pushing their games and like a Puyo Puyo game, I think. This one. Yeah, and so Sega are pushing their games for Switch 2 a lot. I didn't see any Bravely Default or any other Square Enix stuff, or I didn't see the Capcom games there. But there was a bunch of other third-party games. But mainly like they had the displays for Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, Donkey Kong. When does the Final Fantasy VII remake come out?
2025.
That hasn't been announced. It's only been announced 2025. I think it will probably be announced in the summer. What's it called? Summer Game Fest.
And then be at TGS.
Probably, and then come out later in the year. Yeah.
Are you? Would you get that again, Genki, or not worth it?
The game key card thing's not so impressive.
Oh, it's a game key. Oh, okay.
Yeah, or like I think practically all Square Enix third-party games will be game key cards.
Yeah, most
right. It's just it's
even Bravely
Cyberpunk,
Default, which is like 10 gigs or something. It's like really small, like 15, 10. I don't know. It's really small, and they didn't even do a game key card. A game card for that. So I'm guessing Square Enix games will not be on the card.
We've talked about this before, but there are only two sizes of the Switch 2 games, and that's I think it's like 4 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes, or it's like tiny or massive.
Game key card or
64
massive.
or
really
Cyberpunk,
expensive.
Basically.
Right. So most like Square Enix are in they're kind of in like a shaky time right now. They're trying to save as much money as they can. they're not going to splash out on like the larger size game cards if they don't have to. Yeah,
sure.
sadly. And plus, Rebirth is like, I mean, Remake is like at least 100 gigs on PlayStation. So
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, I guess the thing too. Well, actually, yeah. Even considering that the game did come out on PS4 and it was massive.
Yeah, it had the two discs on
discs.
on
It sounded
PS4.
PlayStation was going to explode when you're playing it. Same with like Red Dead Redemption 4, same type of thing. Yeah. Some things going to take off.
Yeah, I mean, people are already complaining about like, you can only fit 4 third-party games on Switch 2 or whatever because they're so big. But like, I have to ask you, I mean, PS5 owners, Xbox Series X owners, how many games can you fit on your console? Isn't it like you got like what, Call of Duty, NBA, and then
one Call of Duty
2.5 games?
It depends on the genre. I mean, it really does. I mean, yeah, if you're doing like those, like what casual bros might do, like Call of Duty,
exactly the same. Yeah,
it's FIFA.
I've kind of stacked up like a ton of like 100 megabyte indie games because when I need space, they're so small, they're not worth deleting.
Yeah.
So I have like a couple big games and then just like a whole bunch of like small.
Yeah, I think it's like when time goes, then it will be more. You can get like the cheaper micro SD express cards, but at the moment, like they're really expensive. Like just to get the 256 gig ones, they're like cost like $60 or something. I don't know.
But is that like, you mean 6,000 yen or?
Yeah, 6,000, 7,000.
I thought it was more than that, but well, it depends where you get it, I suppose. But yeah, no, I think I'm holding off for the Switch 2, SD card stuff because it's like I haven't seen too many bigger capacity cards. So it's like, why would I buy this 256 now when it's just, I'll just kind of just deal with the in-game system stuff for now and whatever. I mean, yeah. Because
So it may be the people who play video games or the people who review stuff for video games don't buy these things, but Danny, if you just put me on camera just for a sec. Oops. Yeah.
What do you have here for the audio?
I got a 512 gigabyte micro SD Express. This is the super fast one. These are used for cameras, dudes.
Okay.
People who have cameras have these already, and they've had them for years. This is nothing new. So like when they said Switch 2 is like micro SD Express, I was like, cool. I got like 3 of them.
There you go.
the people who are saying like, bro, where do you get these from? I've never seen it. Yeah. You don't have cameras. Okay, obviously. It's whatever.
Wow.
Different hobbies for different people. But
right.
I already have it.
How much are those ones?
I got this
those
for like
expensive.
I got this for like, I think it was like 8,000, like almost 9,000, I think.
It just seems to me like after they announced the Switch 2 and this is what it would support, then it just got to the point where you couldn't really find too many of these things. Like,
oh yeah, there could be like like supply restraint. There could be like
they sold out really quick.
Yeah.
Maybe,
so I mean that
is the thing. I bought it before
sure.
all of the tariffs and all that stuff. I've had it for years, but yeah, you could be right.
Sure.
Yeah, could be because of that. But just look on Amazon. I mean, that's where I got mine from. It's like, I don't think you need 512. 512 gigabytes is usually the maximum size for cameras. Like, I think only if you go like super pro, like Hollywood level, then you can do like 1 terabyte, 5 terabyte ones. But like regular consumer cameras usually max out at 512. So and 512 you can record like an hour of 4K footage. It's like it's a lot. It's enough.
Lemonade brings up a good point, and actually, maybe this is too. It said SanDisk Extreme is different from SanDisk Express, and
there are different levels,
but the ones that are supported by Switch 2 are the Express, which are different apparently.
Okay, are they cheaper?
No, because the only ones that have the Express that I've seen are just the 256. That's maybe that's what it is. So I mean, they gotta. I wonder if Nintendo. I mean, obviously, there's a Samsung version and a SanDisk version with like a Mario M on it that they're selling.
Of course.
Yeah, it's really confusing. Like the latest.
Yes, because you look at it at a glance, you're like, why are they selling the same identical card? But then you look at it like, oh, Samsung and then SanDisk. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I double checked it here too in my Nintendo Switch too magazine.
Yeah, those are cool. I picked
Yeah.
one of those up as well.
Yeah.
In the shop.
So honestly, I think the 256 will be fine if you don't mind juggling through some stuff, so yeah. But let's move on. I have two more things I wanted to kind of talk about. One being kind of more along the lines of listener mail. We got a really good email from Russ we're going to get to in just a little bit. But before that, I wanted to bring up the topic of game trials in Japan. Obviously, Nintendo Switch Online has game trials in every region, and this stuff varies depending on, well, a lot of different things. And before I get into this, John in the chat has another comment about the SD cards. He said, I think 256 gigabytes on Switch 2 will last a while. I don't mind uninstalling stuff in a couple of years if I need to. I mean, again, it just depends on what games you have. Like if you have Mario Kart that's like 25 gigs, Donkey Kong is going to be like 10. Third-party stuff is where it gets wild because you can't control what they're going to do. So, yeah. But just to talk a little bit about game trials, this is something that we probably are at least all aware of if we haven't played some of them. And again, the lineups in all the different regions are always quite different. What they've done here in the month of May for Japan is that they released, basically had like a game trial every weekend, starting, I think, the first week of May. And they started with Undertale. And then they moved on to Shirin the Wanderer, whatever the subtitle is for that. I think it was a 2019 game, Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Night. And then this week, starting on Friday, it's going to be Obake Doro, kind of like the cute, essentially Dead by Daylight type of game.
Yep.
So I'm just going to throw up some images here just for a second. So, I mean, just, I guess, general thoughts. Well, kind of what I was thinking, what I was wondering what you guys think is, how is this going to continue into the Switch 2 era? What do you think Nintendo's going to kind of go away from this, or do you think they'll keep continuing this? What do you guys think?
Well, they're kind of throwing everything else out for the online stuff. So what was the other thing that they're going to stop doing? For Switch 2, I forgot what it was.
The gold coins.
The gold coins, and also the vouchers. They're out.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, my initial instinct is to say no. Not if it does come back, it'll be something different. I don't know.
Well, I mean, just to be clear too, it hasn't been shelved, but yeah. I mean, obviously what we've seen so far, obviously during the Switch life cycle, is stuff that's coming out on the Switch, varying in it sometimes it's third party, sometimes it's first party, a rare occasion. Sometimes they're huge third party games like, MLB The Show, Star Wars, a couple other things like that. NBA, no, maybe not NBA 2. No, I think NBA 2K one year was out in the West, but yeah, so it's FIFA and stuff too. I don't know. I mean, I could still see Nintendo doing this, but I don't think they're going to probably do any Switch 2 games, and it's going to be a while before they do that.
I mean, it seems like a thing like third-party publishers would push for. It's like, hey, we want a free weekend. Put us on the dashboard. We want people to play our game for a weekend and then buy it.
And usually it's for a week, but like I said, this one in Japan is really weird because they're doing 4 in consecutive weekends. It's just a really bizarre thing. They did 5 of these last year, and now with just these 4 this month, this is the last one that's coming out, with Obake Doro at the end of this month, is the 5th one of the year in 2025, which is kind of crazy. But no, I think good point, Ty. I mean, it does get them on the radar of people, and these games are usually on sale as well during this period, and then a little bit afterwards as well. So maybe that brings in some, more traffic and stuff like that.
Right. Maybe I should play Obake Doro. That game was pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure too, because I'm pretty sure this has English support, and believe it or not, this is the second time this has been on the game trials in Japan. It was last on game trials in 2020.
Sounds about right. I think I was playing it and streaming it, maybe.
Yeah. Because we do have a video of Ty and maybe JC playing together from 2020, and yeah. So And it's like, again, like with the amount of these that's come out in Japan, there's 55 of them total. This will be the 55th one. I tried finding lists online for North American and European ones. There are not very many websites that keep track of this type of stuff. And the one that I found, it was missing stuff. You know, I tried just for kicks. It's like, hey, let's see how something like ChatGPT will do. And it says stupid things like Luigi's Mansion 3 was one of these. Like, absolutely it was not. So it's hard to say without looking into like individual posts, you know, years of posts from Twitter and stuff like that, kind of exactly how many numbers of these there were in the West. But I don't think that as many as Japan, but there are still quite a few.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't played any in a while, actually. I think I downloaded the Star Wars one and forgot to play it. Or was it Bounty Hunter?
Bounty Hunter and Jedi Power Battles.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't even download that one because it looks like garbo.
Actually, that's better than Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter
is it?
Not good. I don't think.
Well, it's a moot point anyway. Didn't play
it doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, Genki, do you have any extra thoughts about any of these game trial things, man?
I hope they keep them for Switch 2, and they have like the third-party Switch 2 games on there as well. It's a good chance to see how they run on the Switch 2 if they have like cross-gen games and stuff. But yeah, it's quite impressive how many they do in Japan compared to in the West. It seems like they do loads more of these game trials every now and then.
Wonder why that is.
Yeah, who knows? And like, I kind of have just a running tally here. In 2019 for Japan, and I think in the West too, there was one. That's when it first started. And then for Japan in 2020, there were 9. 2021, there were 11. 2022, there were 11. 2023, there were 12. And then in 2024 and 2025, there's 5 each. So it's kind of crazy, but
wild.
Yeah.
I think my most favorite memory is probably Captain Toad.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I think a week is more than enough to do everything in that game. So it was perfect. And it's not a game, because I had it on Wii U.
Yep.
So to have it for free, sorry, Danny, for a week is like, cool. I can just replay the whole thing plus the bonus content, and then that's it. I don't have to pay for it. It's perfect. Yeah.
Right.
Can't think of any other similar. I played what was that game that Ty really liked? Bloodstained? Is that right? Yeah, Bloodstained.
There's a lot of games I really like, but yeah, the not Castlevania.
Yeah. That was another fun one, because I like. Yeah, it was kind of like I was really interested in it, but like not enough to just buy it. So it was kind of like, having it and trying it out for a week. That was really fun. And I ended up liking it, but I didn't buy it. But it was good.
Sure.
I liked it. Yeah, that was another good memory. Yeah. I can't think of any other big first party games that they've done, right? I mean, they did the tennis one, that was the first one, but yeah.
In the shit. I've already forgot. But we do have a list up on the website containing some of the Western stuff, but all of the Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
And I update that religiously so you guys can see that. I'll have that linked up somewhere so that you guys can check it out.
I think for the kind of like the free stuff, thanks to the online, getting free stuff from the online service in the Switch 2 era will be more focused on the Switch 2 editions. So I think maybe they feel they don't need to do that, because like they're giving away free games in a different way. You know, it's like, well, you know, you want to play Mario Odyssey in like whatever, higher frame rate and in 4K. It's like, well, you can do that.
Wow,
if you have the online subscription.
That one's free. So
yeah.
But anyways, like,
well, even without the online sub?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Maybe not.
We should probably go through that list, actually, Danny. They recently published like a list of more games that are going to be updated and how they're going to be updated. Like a whole bunch are just going to be 4K. Some are going to have frame rate improvements.
Some have HDR as well.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Link's Awakening was not one of the ones that was getting a frame rate update.
And neither,
needed it. Wisdom.
Echoes of Wisdom, same deal, and that was extremely disappointing. I don't.
People are saying
understand.
that it's this not the frame rate's unlocked, so they're hoping that it will run better just naturally.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that games like that are getting these type of kind of like free updates and stuff like that or whatever for Switch 2 versions and stuff. That's great. And also too, because I haven't finished that game, Echoes of Wisdom, so that'd be kind of.
Oh, really?
Cool
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Man, just got busy with a bunch of other games, so it's just the way it goes.
But yeah, you always have to be.
It either.
Come on, Genki, get on with it. Yeah, you can never trust Nintendo to make the right decision, though, because when they introduce cloud saves, it's like you're going to be able to back up all your save games, all that important data from your Animal Crossing, from your Splatoon, from your Pokemon will not be compatible. Thanks for watching. It's like, what? Those are 3 games that need it, and those 3 games that are not clouds. Oh,
cool. Well, Splatoon.
No.
Okay, never mind. Just wait for the next Splatoon. Who cares?
Yeah. the 3 games with the most game time people are ever going to have are the ones that don't have cloud support. And if you lose the save game, thanks for playing.
Good luck to you. Yeah.
Oh, a little update for the micro SD thing, Danny. Yes, Lemonade is right. I was wrong. It's just sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. It's just the wording, isn't it? Express and Extreme. So Express the newest one goes up to 880 megabytes a second. The Extreme one, the one that I showed from my camera, only goes up to 312 megabytes a second, which is more than enough to record 4K video in real time. So it's like the Switch 2 is even faster than that. It's like, wow, okay. Well, I guess, game data. Yeah. A lot of stuff to be streaming from a card. So, makes sense.
Right.
So it's the same as the, SSD on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Like it's has to be I think in Xbox you can't use SSDs. You have to buy their proprietary shit, right? Is that right?
It is an SSD, but they have a proprietary SSD. So, but with Sony, you can use SSD that also work on PCs. So it's non-proprietary.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Nintendo did a similar thing with the Wii or like Wii U. You could plug in certain hard drives, but they have to be from a certain list, and then PlayStation the same. Xbox
that's the best way.
Fuck you, buy our hard drive or get fucked.
Yeah. Super expensive, the proprietary stuff.
Do you only have one tie? Do you only need one proprietary? That covers you. 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes or whatever.
I forget what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Fridge cleaning, exactly. Lemonade.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Everyone needs to do it. Well, whatever console you have, you need to do some kind of fridge cleaning.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to do it for the news. I want to go ahead, before we go to the anime trash, I want to go ahead and move on to a little bit of feedback from you guys. And if you guys do have any feedback, you can hit us up a number of different ways. You can hit us up via email, thefamicast@gmail.com. Hit us up on social media at thefamicast. Hit us up in the YouTube chat. Obviously, during the live show, we can read out what you guys say. Hit us up in the site article, all sorts of different things, and we can read out your stuff like one of these guys. And we got a nice long email from Russ Greeno. It was an interesting topic, and I'll go ahead and just read this out, and I'll get something else ready to kind of show this here as well. But basically, kind of Russ is talking a bit about the differences between sorry, I'm trying to do like two things.
NSO and PC.
Thank you very much. And
there's a lot of letters, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So he says, hey guys, so heading into the Switch 2 with Nintendo Switch Online continuing on with the GameCube and hopefully other consoles, do you prefer classic virtual console or the subscription model? Now with the VC, there seemed to be a greater number of titles and systems, presumably because cash was made on each sale and it made it more attractive. To me, to Russ, Nintendo's reluctance to put some titles, such as Smash on Nintendo Switch Online, is because it's such a big seller. They don't want to give it away. NSO games are a very substantial perk of the online sub, but that comes with less choice and seemingly games that'll never come to it purely because they see less value in giving it away as part of a bundle. If you had to choose for Switch 2, would you bring back the VC or stick with NSO? He says he'd like it to, have the VC come back, ideally with the prerequisite that, previous purchases and stuff like that would kind of be honored by Nintendo. That would never happen.
That's a good one, Russ. So, well, it's a different era, isn't it? I mean, you might as well say, let's build a time machine and go back in time, because, we can't do that, because now publishers, they want to make their own collections and they want to sell their games directly from them. Castlevania collection,
right,
whatever. They want to sell those directly to you for full price. So Virtual Console was amazing for like bringing this, to the masses, like being able to buy these old games. But like that's just a different era now. We're in a different. We're either in streaming or we're in collections from now on, and there's no going back, unfortunately. But I don't mind it. I like the NSO system. Sure. In so way, it's like I just like having the whole library there, just like Netflix style, just like updated from time to time, taken off from time to time, just like Netflix.
Right. And actually, if you're watching the video version, I have some. This is actually from my Wii.
Wow!
Like my Virtual Console collection on the Wii. I'd recorded this last year or something. So just cool. I have a purpose to use this on the show now. So there's this. But Genki or Ty, what do you guys think?
I think some years down the road, people will kind of look back at the NSO with a little bit of disdain, because there's like zero ownership here. You can't buy any of the games. And when Nintendo stops the service or they take a game off, you're not going to get it. So I kind of like being able to purchase. Actually, I wouldn't buy it. I never buy Virtual Console games, but I think other people would like to purchase.
Sure.
Like, I'm a big proponent of Game Pass, which is actually just the best of both worlds. You can just play games willy-nilly, and if you like it, you can buy it, and you get a discount actually for subscribe. So I think if Nintendo did that, maybe we would see some more Castlevanias and whatever, instead of like the worst, most obscure third-party games imaginable.
Yeah, it's
NSO plus being able to pay for it individually.
Yes.
Genki, what do you think, man?
Oh yeah, similar to Ty. I'm not a fan of the NSO with the games, classic games. I think in this area is the area where like Xbox and even PlayStation do better than Nintendo, because Xbox probably the best because they have the whole backwards compatibility thing. So like they're respecting people's like really old purchases, and then PlayStation they don't have so much choice, but at least like I think the games you bought on PS3, you could, if they have a version on, you can carry it over. And with their classic games that they don't have so many, but there's usually an option, not always, but there's usually an option to buy it as well as it being part of your subscription.
Sure.
So I want to own the games like Wind Waker for the GameCube. I want to own that, and play it whenever I want. And I have to like make sure I have the internet or like a online subscription to be in order to play it. So I'm not really a fan of this NSO, and so in that, I think if we had the best of both worlds, where you could subscribe and get the collection, but there's also an option to buy it, like the Virtual Console. That would be the most ideal. So that's what I'm hoping they do, but I doubt they will do that.
Right.
Yeah,
and
I don't see how that works though now. It's like putting the toothpaste back in the tube now. It's like, how do you do that? It's like you have all these games. It's like you've got Zelda Ocarina of Time. Would you like to buy it? It's like, well, it's here. It's on NSO. Why am I buying it?
No, because then you could unsubscribe and then you could just get the games that you want.
Yeah.
So I get that, and I get it from the rights holders' perspective too, because they want a steady stream of income coming in. I understand that. Is that so consumer friendly? Not really,
Yeah.
But at the same
It's
time,
like
access,
buying the offline version. It's like,
yeah.
do you want to
But I
play
mean,
this offline? Pay $10.
access to this stuff isn't like horrible. Like Genki said, yeah, you do have to check in like online I think every 7 days or something like that. Or if you haven't been on that app for X amount of time, you do have to check in. It doesn't take much time to do, but then again, it's a in this case yearly subscription. And I can understand the trepidation from some people with this.
I will say, like, the price is really good. Like, it's a
Yeah.
really good price value for what you get, like
Sure.
all those games and the like expansion packs. So that's a really good price thing compared to like Xbox or PlayStation.
Right.
In terms of ownership, yeah, that kind of sucks on the NSO thing.
And speaking of just the amount of stuff that's available, because I mean, I think it whenever Nintendo Switch Online first came out, was like, man, it's never going to top Virtual Console in terms of like how many games are available. Because I'll just kind of read off the list, especially Wii Virtual Console, how much stuff was available on that. So in North America, 427 games across multiple platforms were available. In PAL regions, 395 games. In Japan, 659 games available on the Wii Virtual Console. This is like everything. Of course, Nintendo systems, and you had TurboGrafx, PC Engine, MSX in Japan, Virtual Console Arcade, Genesis, a Master System,
Commodore 64.
Yeah, and all the Nintendo stuff. There's that. But then, when it came to 3DS and Wii U, it started getting a little bit less. I mean, 3DS, it was kind of limited with what they can do. 3DS had 192 games in North America, 197 in PAL regions, then 291 in Japan. And, of course, later it was just originally this handheld stuff, and then it kind of got expanded with Famicom, Super Famicom, and a couple of other systems as well. The Wii U was a little bit better, but not quite on the same level as the Wii. In North America, 318 games, 300 for PAL regions, and then 481 for Japan on the Wii U. But Nintendo Switch Online, it's not too bad in terms of the amount of games that they have there right now across all platforms, all active platforms on regions. And this is not including like SP or special versions. There are 327 games available on Nintendo Switch Online. This is kind of like mixing some are like region exclusive, like some are Japan only, some are not in Japan. But
if you put the SP versions, Danny, it'd be like 4,025, right?
I mean, that's yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting because I mean, even looking at some of the lists, I think I was kind of, as I was putting these together, like for NES stuff or Famicom, like I think on NSO there's like 90, and there's something similar to like 90 even on like the Wii. So some of the offerings are pretty similar. I mean, obviously with Nintendo first party stuff, but then third party stuff is where it starts getting a little bit weird, probably just because of rights for certain things and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it does suck. I mean, the Netflix example, things do get taken off all the time. Yeah,
but you can get like a VPN and access other countries, and then unlock more. But you can't really do that with the Switch, right? Well, profiles. I guess you create other profiles.
Sure, but I mean, if a game's, this has happened just once, and that's with Super Soccer. Game's gone. It's just gone, and it's just gone from all regions.
Oh yeah, that'll happen more and more. Like one day, like all the rare games will just disappear, and we'll be like, "Fuck."
Right.
But yeah, I think if a game that I really like got taken off, it's like I'll probably just download the ROM. It's like whatever.
At that point, why not? I mean,
it
is
just nice having it all there, and just like I just don't want to individually buy stuff, and like it's like I don't play them offline, and you can play them offline for 2 weeks or whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't really care about that. I don't really care about owning all of my ROMs.
Sure. I mean, I do own most of them physically anyway. Most of them.
Oh yeah, different for you, Danny. You've already have them on your shelf.
Right.
So.
But I think too, with services like NSO and even just any type of digital service, sometimes when companies are able to get super rare games out there that are just prohibitively expensive to buy physical, that's awesome. I'm talking like either if they're doing it for sale or as part of some kind of subscription service. It's great to have that stuff available just for people to play. Yeah, especially with the rare stuff, I would prefer to be able to at least kind of own that in some kind of a way. But at least giving people access, I think, is better than nothing.
I think it's just the comfort of being able to use a proper controller on your couch in front of the TV. That's just basically why you do it on a console, right? Like, you can do it on your PC, but then you're on your desk and you're using a crappy third-party Bluetooth controller, and it's not the same feeling.
Ty looks disgusted over there. He just shaking his head. Yes.
It's like, I don't think Ty's bought a ROM from Nintendo ever, right, Ty?
Yeah, I don't think so.
True story. You can point and laugh at my Wii Virtual Console collection next time I show it on the show.
I will.
Yeah, there are some things which don't emulate very well. So it's nice when they come to NSO and it's like, okay, you have a perfect emulation of whatever.
That's a good point.
Well, I'd say, and on a counterpoint to that, there are things like EverDrive 64. There are ways to mod your GameCube where you can put ROMs in the system, so they're running natively off of that. So they're actually not being emulated. You're actually playing them like on actual hardware. There are ways to do it. It's just, I got, with I think I told you guys about this before. Flippy Drive, a kind of a mod thing for the GameCube.
Oh yeah.
Cool idea. Where do I get those ROMs? Who knows?
And also Nintendo update the ROMs. Like if there are bugs or something found, they're more likely to update it. That's something you don't get with downloading it off a freaking dodgy website. It's like, if the ROM doesn't work on your computer, well, fix it. Do it yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So yeah, that's why you pay for a service. It's like to have ROMs running perfectly, and being updated and, fixing problems with it, right?
Leaderboards are good. I'm a big fan of leaderboards.
Nintendo isn't.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a leaderboard or some achievements or like maybe some nice filters or something on your ROM, I would be more inclined to pay for it.
Yep.
Yeah. What is it with? I mean, I think it was like a long-standing discussion on the Famicast. It's like, what the fuck is up with Nintendo and leaderboards? Like, I think it was the time when like the 360 and the Wii era. It's like 360 had leaderboards for every single, what do they call it, Xbox Arcade game?
Yeah, Xbox Live Arcade.
And then Wii was just like removing leaderboards from games. It's like, no, we're not doing leaderboards. Like, you're not allowed to have leaderboards on your games. It's like, it's like really weird.
Yeah.
I still feel remnants of that now. It's like, like NSO. There's no leaderboards on NSO.
Yeah, that's kind of a disappointment.
They released, what was that? An NES, not NES remix, the new one. NES
Nintendo World Championships. That
had
is a
leaderboards.
Cool,
it's like, you want leaderboards? Buy this game. Nothing else.
Those are a little bit weird too. Anyways, that's a great game. I wish they had some kind of a way to add more games to it. That's a really big missed opportunity for them.
Yeah, I mean, with the NSO having them all there, and you're having a friends list, it's like just put those two things together. It's like, oh, Ty completed Mario Brothers 3 times in a row in one sitting.
Yeah,
like why not tell us that?
Right? Yeah, it's disappointing. But anyways, I definitely wanted to bring this up because I thought it was an interesting question. Again, thanks to Russ for sending that in. If you guys have any other types of questions, stuff like that, let us know. Next episode, I'm not quite sure how it's going to go. I'll talk about that before we close it out.
Get the bagpipes out.
What's that?
Get the bagpipes out.
Yes, that's right.
The Switch is dying, maybe.
Yes, that's it. Alliteration. But next, we're going to go ahead and, for video viewers, we're going to go ahead and head into some anime trash with Ty. But before that, JC, you got to get out of here.
Man. Okay. Good show. Genki, thanks for joining.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
And see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah,
I'll be playing the bagpipes, and it used to be called the Wii eulogy, right? Now, what do we have? What do we call it? The Switch? The Switch eulogy? I don't know.
I don't think there's
Switchily. I don't know.
Yeah, probably not something that rolls off the tongue the same way.
Nah.
The Switch on Mark's grave.
That's how we'll have to go with, I guess.
Switch roadside ditch. The Switch ditch. There it is.
There it is. Bada boom.
Yeah.
All right, James.
Take it easy.
See you, James.
So again, for video viewers, we're going to go ahead and move on to some anime trash with Ty. For your audio listeners, we're going to go ahead and close out the show after this musical break.
All right.
Ty.
All right, it's garbage day. I'm really excited for this one because I think I have something Switch related in this box. that I got from Claude JP.
Okay. So I guess for people out there, if this is the first time ever seeing this segment of the show, can you explain what's going on here?
All right. I play online UFO catchers neurotically every day. And I can win a lot of stuff for free or almost free.
Cool.
And there are like, how many different sites? Like 9 different sites that I go to.
I think I have like 6 of them listed. So I'm probably, dude, it seems like every other episode you're like, hey, then there's this site. Like you just said, Claw is like, that is one I do not.
Yeah, that is, it's not a usual one, but that is the one that had a bunch of like Switch hardware and games and stuff you could win.
Huh.
It was a long shot, but anyway, I'm opening up this rare box from them.
Cool.
And they have sent me an off-brand Switch controller.
Ooh, is it Hori though?
No. What do you think?
Okay.
A good brand?
Boring.
No. This is NS Controller Macro 2. I don't think there's a brand name on this.
Mad Cats. Do they have Mad Cats in Japan?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no brand name on this.
Wow. Okay, Mad Cats
Unless
Japan
second
confirmed.
is the brand, but I don't think it is. All
Huh.
right. Yep.
Well, there you go. You got a new Pro controller, man.
All right. I'll tell you if it like blows my controller board when I plug it in. Yes, I have a suspicious off-brand Switch controller. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
What else do I have in it?
I'll probably be tearing that open, John Cario. He's like, Hori TM. He said,
Yeah.
oh boy, my favorite time of the week.
And they sent me a couple of small cans of Pepsi.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I got these just so they would like give me free shipping.
Okay. I mean, it is like the worst cola. Well, not quite as bad as like RC Cola or Mets Cola in Japan. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Pepsi myself.
You know, I like Pepsi in Japan. I don't like it in the United States.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna drink this right now.
Oh boy, live drinking of Pepsi.
Hmm.
Is it just a regular
Lukewarm.
Pepsi, or is it like one of those shots? Like they had like morning shot Pepsi or some crazy stuff.
It's a regular Pepsi.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, this is Bepis.
Yeah, something. Yeah, sometimes you get the cute little cans too, which is
Yeah.
you don't get as
Right.
bloated.
All right, next box we got Molly Online. So I'm a fan of this site. It only ships to Japan, but they got good deals. They give you a lot of free plays.
Uh-oh.
And they have sent me
Oh god.
a little baby Magneto.
Okay. At first I thought it was a bag of
That's
a
cute.
bag of chattering teeth again.
No, that is the same site, but no, it's a cute little plush Magneto. I've been trying to get the fancy figure, but I haven't. I've got the little plush one. He's great. He'll accompany me to Marvel tournaments.
Nice.
And
John Cario. Well, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ty.
go for it. Oh yes, curly mustache.
He had an interesting question about colas, actually. But if you have something you're opening right now, please open
I am.
up a figure. Yes.
Anime Chan. It's one of the quintuplets, but she's in a cat hoodie.
Okay.
And she's sleepy or something.
Yeah, right. She's
Like
cute.
rubbing her eye.
There it
Yep.
is.
Yep. It's adorable. It's moe or whatever.
Right. One thing that John Cairo brings up while you're opening up that other box is
Yes.
now how does bottled cola or Pepsi compared to like Mexican bottled cola and Pepsi? I don't know about you, Ty. I've tried some of the bottled Coke that you can find here, like in Akiba, like at Super Potato, actually.
Yeah.
Because in the top floor they sold those.
Do tell.
The Mexican bottled Coke in particular, it's because it's kind of made from different ingredients what was like used in the US and I'm assuming Japan.
Right.
I mean I think the stuff here in Japan tastes pretty much like what you'll find in America. I don't think there's much of a difference, but I will say there's something about drinking out of a glass bottle compared to drinking out of like plastic. I think
All right.
better, but
Well, as a cola connoisseur myself, pretty much every country outside of the U.S. they use sugarcane instead of corn syrup. So I think it would taste about the same as the Mexican stuff.
Really?
I don't
The
know.
Mexican stuff tasted kind of, I thought, quite different. Not quite. Just like a bit different than the
From
US
Japanese?
stuff. No, from the US stuff.
Oh yeah, from the U.S. it's way different.
Yeah. But,
all right. So this is from Tokyo Catch. They actually ship worldwide. And after you give them $20, they'll give you a ticket every day for life.
it's a good deal.
Quite nice of them, yeah. They have a lot of. It's very, very like English centric, even though it actually is in Tokyo. And they have sent me a big old bunny girl figure.
All right.
It's what's her face from Overlord.
Oh.
The funny little vampire girl. You've seen her
That's
before,
cool.
probably, possibly. In plush toy form.
Watch out.
Yep. Well, I didn't spill my Pepsi at least.
That's good.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that was the only thing in that box.
Oh.
And I know they're sitting on another prize that I got for free. A lot of sites they have like they'll set up a hostage situation where if you win something for free, you have to like give them money, so they'll ship it for free, or for something, so they'll ship for free, or you have to like pay whatever for shipping.
Okay.
All right, I got one more box. It's from Capcom.
Okay.
Yeah, and I lost the screwdriver. I was.
Sorry.
Here it is. Okay, so let's see what Capcom said. Capcom is nice. They give you a lot of free tickets and have a lot of easy to win machines. And they have exclusive Capcom merchandise. Like the little hamster shaped plushes of like every Capcom character. What do we got here? It's a bunny girl.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise. And it's a quintuplet.
Another one? Okay.
Yeah. So I get there's a new series of them where I don't know. They're just kind of is this like the relax time ones? No, this is the desktop cute one. So they're not like in a standing pose. And I guess that's the only thing about it, really.
Okay.
There you go. So yeah, maybe I'll stick around, try to win this whole set again.
Mom, don't come in.
Mom!
I'm trying to win some toys.
Yep. All right, I think that was my last box. Yep, that's all the anime trash. There's a couple more things that are still on the way as you.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a Switch controller. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I'm curious. I might have seen one of those like at some shop somewhere, just like in the regular electronic shops. So like it does. I'm kind of curious, like how
there is literally no brand on this.
Yeah, but you don't have a pro controller though, right, Ty?
No, I use a Hori pad, which is much nicer than a pro controller, if you ask me.
Okay.
Would recommend.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll let you know how this goes. It looks like very patterned after PlayStation, the pad design.
Oh yeah, the D-pad looks
very PlayStation.
Xbox sticks.
Yeah, Xbox layout.
And the triggers look like Xbox triggers.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So like I'm hopeful that it's very comfy. Oh, and they have macro buttons on here.
Oh, cool. On the back.
Yeah.
Real illegal
like
shit.
Switch 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Pro controller.
Except you pay like 10,000 yen for that on the Switch too. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So.
Yikes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Right on. All right.
It says it has gyro sensors. It's not a total cheap piece of shit. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it should, but no, not necessarily. They don't have to have them if they don't want to. I guess.
Right. Yeah. Like I don't think my Hori controller has any gyros or even rumble or frills or anything. It's
because I remember some of the earlier Hori stuff did that. They took out some of that tech so they can get those prices down. But like, other than that, like if you don't care about rumble and fucking reading NFC, reading Amiibo on your controller and stuff like that.
I just want good buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want a good pad.
Yeah, it's not on the Pro,
Right.
unfortunately. Cool. Well, like Ty said, that is going to do it for the anime trash. So we're going to go ahead and close out the show.
The taste of victory.
There we go.
Small
Tiny,
Pepsi.
Where's
tiny
Pepsi Man?
There it is. There it is.
Pepsi Man is a PS1 game.
It is. It is. To close things out, we're going to go ahead and give you guys our social media handles. I'll also read out James's here as well. But if you want to follow me, you can do that on Twitter or on Blue Sky. I'm at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. Ty, where can folks find you?
Twitter, Blue Sky, Discord, and the official Nikkei social media platform, blah blah link.
There it is. Yes. Right. What's a username they could find you at?
Right now it's Doro the Diver, but I'll change it to whatever shit posts like
not just the Nikkei one, but the other ones too.
Man. Oh, Super Cat Truck.
Yeah, because I know that that one's like changes on a consistent basis or whatever. So
right.
Yeah. Genki, I'll give you a little bit of time to plug whatever you want to plug, Genki. If you guys want to follow JC, you can follow him over on the Blue Skies, and it's Fammy Complicated. And Genki, where can the fine folks find you, man?
You can find me on Twitter at Genki_JPN, and also on Blue Sky as Genki Gamer JP. And on YouTube as well, Genki Gamer on YouTube. Recently I'm trying to make some more videos, and I'll be going to Bit Summit this summer as well, so nice. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah.
Cool. Bit Summit's some good fun, man. It's definitely not as crowded as TGS. It kind of reminded me of the show that we went to earlier in the year, Tokyo Indie Games Summit. Same type of idea, but maybe a little bit busier than that. But still, it's a good vibe, dude. Like, you're probably gonna have a great time there. So,
yeah, looking forward to it.
Cool. All right. Well, that is going to do it for Famicast 293. Of course, Ty, thank you for coming on as usual, sharing the knowledge.
My pleasure.
And Genki, thank you for taking the time out of just everything just to come jam with us, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for the show. We will catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe, reviews on iTunes or whatever. Just do it, please.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Ciao.
Toodles.